Let's talk about the brains of your computer, the CPU. This tiny chip is the heart of every digital experience, quietly powering everything from your favorite games to the spreadsheets you work on. It's the unsung hero, working tirelessly behind the scenes, making sure your commands are executed in the blink of an eye. For decades, one name dominated this world: Intel. The company's processors were everywhere, from high-end gaming rigs to the laptops in your local coffee shop. Intel's chips became synonymous with reliability and performance, setting the gold standard for what a computer could be. The Intel Inside sticker wasn't just a label, it was a promise. It meant your device was powered by the best, and for years, that badge was a mark of quality recognized around the world. But as history shows, no king rules forever. Even the mightiest can be challenged, and the world of technology is always hungry for change. Enter AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. For years, AMD was seen as the scrappy underdog, the budget-friendly choice for those who couldn't afford Intel's premium price tag. Their chips were good, but rarely did they threaten the throne. It was a classic David versus Goliath story. Intel, the giant, seemed unbeatable, while AMD quietly chipped away, always just a step behind but never out of the race. If you wanted the absolute best performance, you bought Intel. It was the obvious choice for gamers, professionals, and anyone who demanded the most from their machine. But if you were looking for value, something that delivered solid performance without breaking the bank, AMD was your go-to. They offered a compelling alternative, especially for those building on a budget. Fast forward to the end of 2025, and the landscape has changed dramatically. The old story of Intel dominance and AMD as the runner-up has been turned on its head. Now, the rivalry between Team Blue, Intel, and Team Red, AMD, fuels innovation across the entire PC industry. Each company pushes the other to new heights, and the competition is fiercer than ever. When one innovates, the other must respond. This back and forth means faster, more powerful, and more affordable computers for everyone, from casual users to hardcore enthusiasts. And right now, it's AMD that's making the boldest moves, pushing boundaries, breaking records, and forcing the entire industry to rethink what's possible. The underdog has become the innovator, proving that in the world of technology, no throne is ever truly secure. Before Ryzen, AMD was struggling. The company, once a fierce competitor in the CPU market, had fallen on hard times. Their reputation was slipping, and many wondered if they could ever catch up to Intel again. Financial losses mounted, and AMD's future looked uncertain. Their bulldozer and pile driver CPUs lagged behind Intel in single-core performance, making them non-competitive for gaming and everyday tasks. Gamers and professionals alike turned to Intel for better speed and reliability, leaving AMD with a shrinking share of the market. The gap in performance was so wide that AMD chips were often seen as a budget compromise rather than a real alternative. AMD needed a radical change, so they started from scratch with a new architecture, Zen. This wasn't just a tweak or a minor upgrade, it was a complete reimagining of what an AMD processor could be. Engineers worked tirelessly, pouring years of research and innovation into the project, determined to put AMD back on the map. The goal? Match or beat Intel's performance while keeping AMD's value edge. It was a bold ambition, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. AMD's leadership knew that this was their shot at survival, and maybe even a comeback. Skepticism was high. Could AMD really close the gap in one generation? Industry experts and tech enthusiasts doubted that AMD could pull off such a dramatic turnaround. After years of disappointment, few believed that Zen would be anything more than another failed attempt. In 2017, Ryzen launched and stunned the tech world. Reviewers were shocked by the leap in performance, and suddenly, AMD was back in the conversation. The buzz was electric, and the industry took notice. Ryzen CPUs delivered more cores and threads at prices Intel couldn't match. For the first time in years, consumers had a real choice. Multitaskers, gamers, and creators flocked to Ryzen for its unbeatable value and impressive specs. Intel still had a slight gaming edge, but Ryzen was a productivity monster. Content creators and professionals found that Ryzen's multi-core power made demanding workloads faster and smoother than ever before. Suddenly, AMD wasn't just the budget pick, it was the smart choice for creators and multitaskers. The narrative had shifted. Ryzen was now synonymous with innovation and performance, not just affordability. Each new Zen generation, Zen Plus, Zen 2, Zen 3, Zen 4, and Zen 5, closed the gap further, often surpassing Intel. With every release, AMD pushed the boundaries of what was possible, delivering better efficiency, higher performance, and new features that set industry standards. AMD erased Intel's gaming advantage, improved efficiency, and introduced new tech. The comeback was complete. AMD was no longer chasing the competition, they were leading it, setting the pace for the entire industry. AMD went from underdog to market leader, forcing Intel to play defense for the first time in over a decade. Investors took notice and AMD's stock soared as the company captured more and more market share. The CPU landscape was changed forever. AMD's journey from near collapse to industry dominance is a testament to innovation, resilience, and the power of starting over when the odds are stacked against you. AMD's rise is all about value. Today, AMD often offers more cores and better performance for less money than Intel. Take the Ryzen 5 series, 6 powerful cores, 12 threads, and gaming performance that rivals pricier Intel chips. At the high end, Ryzen 9 brings workstation power to mainstream PCs, without the sky-high price. This forced Intel to add more cores and cut prices, making your PC budget go further. Now you can spend less on your CPU and invest in better graphics, RAM, or storage. AMD has reset expectations for what your money should buy. What makes a CPU fast? 3 things: cores, threads, and clock speed. More cores mean better multitasking. Think gaming, streaming, and chatting all at once. Threads are virtual workers. AMD included multi-threading on nearly all Ryzen chips, even budget models, while Intel reserved it for pricier CPUs. Clock speed is how fast each core works. Intel led here for years, but AMD's Zen architecture caught up. Now AMD combines high core counts, multi-threading, and fast clock speeds. A triple threat. Their CPUs excel at both gaming and productivity. No more choosing between a chip for work or play. Ryzen is designed to do it all. That's why AMD's CPUs are so versatile. It's a win for every kind of user. Intel used to rule gaming, thanks to single-core speed, but with Ryzen 5000 and Zen 3, AMD took the gaming crown. Their CPUs now top performance charts, delivering higher frame rates in many games. AMD's 3D V-Cache tech stacks extra fast memory on the CPU, giving a huge boost in gaming. The Ryzen 7 7800X 3D is hailed as the best gaming CPU, often beating pricier rivals. AMD also powers the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, so game developers optimize for AMD hardware. This synergy means better performance for PC gamers, too. AMD is now a dominant force in gaming. Remote work changed what we need from our PCs. Today's computers must handle video calls, dozens of tabs, and heavy multitasking. AMD's focus on high core and thread counts makes Ryzen perfect for this. With 8, 12, or 16 cores, Ryzen CPUs breeze through demanding workdays. Tasks like video editing, 3D rendering, and code compiling are faster than ever. What used to require expensive workstations is now accessible to home users. Ryzen 9 can cut render times from hours to minutes, a game changer for creators. AMD isn't just winning in gaming, it's dominating productivity too. More power, less waiting, that's the Ryzen advantage. Don't just take my word for it, look at the experts. Reviewers at Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unboxed, and Linus Tech Tips consistently praise AMD's performance, value, and efficiency. Ryzen's multi-core power and gaming chips like the X3D series are now the default recommendations. Online forums and build guides have shifted from Intel first to AMD first. Users upgrading from Intel to AMD report huge performance gains, especially in productivity. Intel still has strengths, like integrated graphics and some pro software, but the mindshare is now split. AMD is no longer just an alternative, it's often the preferred choice. The community has spoken. AMD has earned its place at the top. AMD's chiplet design changed everything. Instead of one big chip, Ryzen CPUs use several smaller chiplets connected together. This boosts manufacturing yields, lowers costs, and allows for more cores at better prices. If one chiplet has a defect, only that piece is discarded, not the whole CPU. This modular approach lets AMD innovate faster and mix and match features. It's how they created 3D V-Cache chips, by stacking new chiplets on proven designs. Chiplets give AMD flexibility and a strategic edge. It's a big reason they outpaced Intel. As 2025 draws to a close, AMD stands tall, having carved out a commanding lead in several key market segments. Their relentless drive for innovation and their willingness to take risks have paid off, putting them at the forefront of the semiconductor industry. AMD's chiplet strategy has proven to be a game-changer, allowing them to stay nimble and deliver cutting-edge products faster than ever before. By breaking up processors into smaller, specialized components, they can mix and match features to suit different needs, keeping them ahead of the curve. But don't count Intel out just yet. The tech giant is fighting back, embracing chiplet designs of their own, overhauling their manufacturing processes, and rolling out the impressive new Core Ultra CPUs. Intel's deep resources and decades of experience mean they're still a force to be reckoned with. The battle for CPU supremacy is more intense than ever, with both companies pushing the limits of what's possible in computing technology. AMD and Intel are racing to pack more cores, boost clock speeds, and integrate advanced AI features directly into their chips, all while keeping prices competitive. Energy efficiency and the development of specialized chips for tasks like AI, gaming, and data centers are becoming crucial battlegrounds. The companies are investing heavily in greener technologies and smarter designs to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving world. For consumers, this fierce rivalry means faster innovation cycles, more choices, and better value for every dollar spent. Whether you're a gamer, a creative professional, or just someone who loves new tech, you're seeing the benefits. The CPU market, once seen as predictable and slow-moving, has become a hotbed of excitement and anticipation. New launches are met with fanfare, and every year brings fresh surprises. Whether you're loyal to Team Red or Team Blue, you're winning with lower prices, more powerful hardware, and features that were unimaginable just a few years ago. Right now, AMD may have the upper hand, having outmaneuvered Intel in several areas. But in this ever-changing game, fortunes can shift quickly, and both companies are determined to stay ahead. The only thing we can be sure of is that the future of computing will be faster, smarter, and more exciting than ever before. Stay tuned for what comes next.